Welcome back. Now let us move to functions. Function is like a machine where you provide some raw material and it outputs finished products. To make things easy, there are lots and lots of PHP functions, and on top of them there are functions defined by Drupal. Example of Drupal's function is Drupal set message and devel modules DSM. I will start with a very simple function where we will start with a variable. We'll give it a string value, and change that my var using PHP's function, and let's see what it does to that value. So it takes the string, converts that string to uppercase, and then we can print it. Or I can give you another example of a function which does not take any argument. It's defined by PHP. Month, date, year. And let's take a look. So it outputs today's date. And on top of the functions defined by PHP and Drupal, we can define our own functions. Let me give you an example of that. We will define the function name of that function will be my function. The way we define it is like this. So in this function we will just say print hello, return, and we will call this function my function, and let's see what it does. It prints hello. Now if we need to give in an argument, say my argument, and add that to the output, my argument, and here we provide, say, Drupal, and let's see what it does. It says hello Drupal. And if we don't provide any argument when we call the function, it will not say anything. What we can do is provide it a default value, say user. In case we call the function and don't provide any argument, that default will be used. And if we provide an argument, that argument will be used. So in this function we can manipulate or process the argument which is provided. Say my argument equals we'll convert it to upper case, okay. Here I can give you another example of scope. Say I have a variable called num equals 10. And we try to call that num here. Let's see what happens. It is not available. Now there are a couple of ways to bring it here. We can bring that num into the scope, or let's define another num right here, 15, and here so that you can see it in next line. I will print num. You can see which num is available right here outside the function. So inside the function we have num value 15 and outside it's 10. The way we can bring the outside num here is with keyword global. Now let's see what it does. So now inside, and we have access to this num inside because we brought it into the scope of this function with the keyword global. And now let's move on to objects. Until now what you have seen are procedural. In procedural you have a variable and you have a function. You pass that variable through that function to manipulate it. In case of an object, object is a bundle of variables and functions. Those variables inside the object are called properties and the functions are called methods. Objects are created by classes. Let me show you with an example. Let's start with an example here. Okay, the way we define a class is with keyword class, my class. In this I have a variable name equals Sam, var home equals is from Nevada. Okay, in this class we have two functions. Function set name new name. This name new name. Another function, we'll name it as capital. Return this name. Okay. The way we will create an object out of this class is my object. This could be any name, any variable. Object is equals to new my class. Now let's see what is in this. My object. So we have the variable name and home. So these are called properties. Let's apply those functions onto this. Say if I want to change the name, I would say my object set name Bob Anderson. Let's print this. And it's printed. And now the name has changed to Bob Henderson. And if we need to access the home, it will be like this. See, let's add a break so that you can see it on the next line. We will go print my object home. Okay, now let us apply the capital function. Let's apply the capital here. My object, and we will apply capital and see what it prints out. Bob Henderson. So it is capitalizing the string we provided. So in order to access the variables of or properties of an object, you use this arrow. And in next video we will start building the function which we will use in our module. Thank you.